Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I have this 2009 BMW 328, and I wanted to show you a few tricks when you're doing the oil filter housing here, because these are notorious to leak from this gasket. That gasket, because the heat becomes like plastic and it starts seeping around here first, and then afterwards it just starts leaking on both sides here. So this thing has 3 bolts that hold the housing. One bolt is here, and it's this short one, and then you have this middle bolt in the back, and then the long one on the top. The trick is this bolt here, because it's hiding behind the intake. You're gonna need to use this setup here with a long extension, a swivel, and an 8mm. I've discovered that the actual inverted Torx, this inverted Torx works with 8mm perfectly, and I've never stripped a bolt with the 8mm, so you're safe to do it with the 8. And I wanted to show you, when you take this out, you need to prepare this gasket. You need to clean inside the grooves, and then when you install the new gasket, you need to grease the new gasket thoroughly everywhere. And before you can install it, you need to clean this surface perfectly so it doesn't leak. I usually use this metal brush, and then afterwards I use this 1000 grit sandpaper. No, you need to be careful with this and not to use any less than 1000, because it will create bigger scratches in the aluminum. Remember, this is aluminum. And once you clean this, you can actually install it back, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, also before you install this back, please make sure you use brake cleaner and clean this filter housing thoroughly to get any kind of old oil out of here. And of course, this is where the filter goes, and I'll show you in a second. The filter is in really bad shape, so we're gonna have to do an oil change after this, and most of the time I recommend doing the oil change anyway. So the easiest way to do this is this hidden bolt. I would actually get it and install it first, and then I'm gonna prepare the big one here just as a guidance. And what I do is I install this, and then I kind of start from inside here between the first and second cylinder. I will start this hidden bolt a little bit on the thread, just up in the air, and just a little bit, so it doesn't go in a different direction. And then I would install the second one here. You can go back to the one on the inside, and you can actually install this other one that's from the bottom up. And here we go. And make sure, inspect the gasket so that the gasket is okay. But if you put enough grease on that gasket is not going to move, and it'll help this gasket to last longer because of this grease, and it won't come out just as long as you have enough grease. So here we go. This is the bolt. This is what I'm doing with my hand, just to kind of start it. And you can actually move the housing a little bit. You get the point. Anyway, it's a little bit stuck right now because I already started it. That's enough for you to start it. Just make sure that this is here. This is also started on the top, and you can still pull it and check your gasket. You see, always make an inspection before the final installation. Let's see, the gasket is perfect, it's sitting in place, and that's because of the grease. Surfaces are clean, everything is good. So at this point you can actually start tightening this, and I'll show you how to tighten one in the back. So you're gonna have to go easy. Okay, don't get it too tight right now, because you need to get to that bolt in the back. And again, this is the way you're gonna do it. You have a very limited space to do that, so what you're gonna need to do is you need to grab this and kind of pull it in here. If you can see, then actually you're gonna need to use your let me try to see if I can set this up so you can see better. So again, you need to put this in this very little tight space here. You need to use your fingers to support the 8mm, and when you put it inside here, you see it fits right over it, and you need to start tying this bolt. This is the only way of how you can do this. There's no other way, because it's right next to the intake. So you need to start tying this, and okay, we stop to a certain point, and then I'm gonna tie the other ones now. And I'm gonna look at the torque specification on these bolts, and I'll let you know in a second. Okay, torque specification on these is oil filter housing to cylinder head is 22 Newton meters. So I have the torques. I have the torque tool here. Right here, it's set up at 22, and I'm gonna check these. I already did them by hand, but I'm gonna check them again. And okay, we're sitting at 22, and okay, we're sitting at 22, and I'm gonna check the one in the back, because that's the most important one. When you need to hold this, actually this may not work because of the swivel, so not sure. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, this is okay. I think it's tight enough. I'm not gonna do it anymore because I may end up breaking the bolt, so it's fine. It should be okay. But if you tie it by hand and you tie it pretty good, this will be okay. Just in case you want to use this, it's 22 Newton meters. Okay, well, this is the oil filter housing. Now the problem here that we have is also, this is a Chinese filter. The car came with this. Look at the ridges. This is a sign of abuse, meaning old oil, a huge interval between oil changes, or that's between the last oil change and now. And also another sign of oil not changed on time is this thing here. Okay, look at the seal. The seal is actually flat. That's not supposed to be like this. This seal is supposed to be round. So we're gonna have to change the oil afterwards, anyway, just in case there are any debris in the oil left anyway. Again, and the last things are, you need to plug up you need to plug up these two plugs, and then the services should be fine. I'm actually doing a bunch of other things. As you can see, the hose is out. and that's why I'm doing this right now, because it's the time to be done, because it was starting to leak again. Thanks for watching. Please like my videos and please subscribe. Thank you.